Hi everyone, welcome to Bruhan Mumbai Municipal Corporation's Virtual Training Center, and I am Mrs. Nehal Kodambe, your English teacher from VTC. Let's begin with today's session. Hello my dear students, welcome to today's English session. Dear children, now in the beginning I am going to show you one picture. Look at this picture carefully. What picture is this? Yes, your guess is correct. That is the mail van, right? And you can see there mailbox. So now you must be thinking why Snell teacher has showed us this picture. So I'm not taking much of your guessing time, but we will begin with today's session. Whenever you will see the next slide, you will come to know what will be our today's topic. Here I have shown you one slide on which it is written formal and informal letter. Okay. Now you all are in standard 9. Up to 8th standard we have learned letter writing and we have written many letters in English, in Hindi, in Marathi, all the three languages, right? So in today's session we are going to see one type of letter between these two. So there are informal letter and formal letter. In today's session, we are going to learn or see about informal letter. What are informal letter? An informal letter is used when writing to a friend or family member. Informal letters are relaxed and familiar. As a result, the language can be friendlier and the letter handwritten. So these are some of the features which I have read you in the beginning. Now let's see more deeply about it. Now when I'm talking about the word formal and informal, in the beginning only I have purposely read the features of the informal letter. Now if you will look at this picture carefully, within a second you will find out the difference between these two types of letters, formal and informal. Now you can see the formal clothing and informal clothing, right? Whenever you are at home, you wear t-shirt or you are very casual wear, but whenever we go out or the people go for the office, they have formals. Okay, so formal and informal or casual, so this is the basic difference between these two words. Now let's know more about the informal later. In today's session we will learn how to write an informal letter. What is an informal letter? You know that, right? Just now we have seen 2-3 slides we have used for that, and with 2-3 examples we have seen what is an informal letter. It is casual letter which is written to our family or friends with friendlier language. Now let's know more about it. An informal letter, also referred to as a friendly letter, is a personal letter written to friends or relatives. This you can say this is the definition of the informal letter. An informal letter also referred to as a friendly letter. It is also called as a friendly letter or a personal letter, and it is written to friends or relatives, that is our family members or our relatives. It is written in personal fashion. The language is very casual language. Okay. No official language is necessary while writing the informal letter. You can write it to anyone with whom you have a non-professional relationship, non-professional, non-official, unofficial. Okay, you can write to it anyone with whom you have a non-professional relationship, although, but this doesn't exclude business partners or workers with whom you are friendly with either. If your partner is your friend, or if your business partner is or your workers with whom you have friendly relation, then also to them also we can write informal letter. So these are some of the basic features of the informal letter. Informal letter is also referred as a friendly or personal letter. It is written in personal fashion and you can write it to anyone with whom you have a non-professional relationship. Important things I have put up for you in red color. Okay. Now, informal letters. These letters include letters to parents, relatives, friends, etc. Okay, we will continue with the information of informal letters. These letters include letters to parents, that is letters written to our parents, our relatives and our friends, etc. Suppose you are staying away from your parents. Some children they go and stay on hostels, or some children they stay with their grandparents. Then they have to inform about their status to their parents. In that case they have to write the letter which is known as informal letter. Sometimes our grandparents are at our native places, then we have to inform them about us, so we write letters to them. That is also known as informal letters. Sometimes you have your friends in some another town or some another state, then we write letters to them, and these types of letters are known as informal letters. These letters have an easy and conversational and casual language. As I said earlier, these types of letters are always written in easy and conversational. And conversational means as if we are talking to them. How are you? I hope you are doing well. How is the grandmother? How's your mother? And in this way, as if we are talking to them, right? And very casual language, unofficial language. Casually, you can use very friendly words to them. So there is no criteria for using some basic or some official words to while writing this type of letters. And sometimes the letters may even emotional undertone. Sometimes suppose you are staying away from your parents, then sometimes while writing letter to your parents you may get emotional. Okay, or if you love your grandmother or grandparents very much, then while asking about their health we get emotional. Sometimes our mother asks us to write a letter to her sister or to her mother, then that time also she get emotional. So sometimes these types of letters have emotional touch. Then, informal letters are mainly used for personal communication. So, they do not have to follow any specific pattern, format, or conventions. They can be written as per the writer's wishes and the requirement of the situation. So, the letter is written in a personal fashion in casual, unassuming language. Two more features of informal letters. Informal letters are mainly used for personal communication, as we have seen earlier. So they do not have to follow any specific pattern. Casually, you can write this type of letter. Or suppose if you are writing formal letter, then you have to follow specific format while writing the formal letter. But when we are writing letters to our parents, to our relatives, to our friends, we are not using any specific pattern while writing such letters. then they can be written as per the writer's wish. Now, if I wish to write in that way, I'll write in that way only. And what is the requirement of that situation? If you are asking about the health of your grandparents or your parents or your relatives, then your tone may be not very funny. But when you are giving them any good news about your graduation, about your passing of any exam or getting the prize, then your tone will be different. So it will be according to the situation. So the letter is written in a personal fashion, in personal style, and in casual, unassuming language. Very, very casual. Casual, informal. Okay, we have seen formal and informal. Casual. Here you can remember the t-shirt which you are wearing at home. Now here is a format of writing an informal letter. Okay, we will go through the format. Though it is casual type, though we are not using official language, but still we have to follow certain format or pattern while writing the letter. So you will begin your letter with writing your address. If you are writing the letter, then your address will come at the top of the letter, that is address of the writer. It will follow by the date. Okay. Purposely I have written the past date. So any date on which you are writing the letter, you will put that date after your address. Here you have to mention your own address. Why? I'll explain you. Then so here after that you have to write the salutation to whom you are writing the letter. If you are writing to your sister, then it will start with dear Pooja, if her name is Pooja. Okay, dear Didi. To whom? If you are writing your mother, then you can write dear Ai, dear Mummy. Okay. In this way, you can put up the salutation after the date. Then it will follow with the main part of the letter, which is known as body of the letter. Very important part of the letter. Here we have to mention why are we writing this letter. So here there are three paragraphs you can see in this diagram. First para is of introduction. Second para is about main content of the letter. And third para will be of conclusion or end of the letter. Okay. So in first paragraph you have to write short description. How are you? We have not met since last so many days and so on. In second para, you have to write long description. Why are you writing that later? And in third paragraph will contain with the conclusion or end part of that letter. Okay, bye, see you, we will see soon, we will meet together and so on. So in this way you have to write the body of the letter containing three parts: introduction, main content and conclusion plus end of the letter. And the last part of informal letter will be your subscription, including writer's name. Here you have to write your name if you are writing the letter. So we close letter in such a way that yours lovingly. Okay, and after that you have to mention your name. So in this way you can write an informal letter. Now we will see how to set out an informal letter. Setup of informal letter. See here, just now I explain you. So this is the setup or diagram of the letter, how it should be. As I told you, address of the sender. You will begin with your address. If you are writing the letter, it will follow with the date. Then salutation, it will change according to the receiver of the letter to whom you are writing. Then the main body, which will contain three paragraphs. Just now I explained you. Then the concluding paragraph. Look at the arrow carefully. Then complimentary close. Just now we have seen yours lovingly. Then your name, signature means your name, or here signature and name, two words I have mentioned, but here you can just write your name. No need of doing the signature. Okay. See here. Just now we have seen two different setup for the informal letter structure. One more is there for you. Here with words I have brought for you. In title, how we have to begin with? Dear Anna or dear dad, to whom you are writing. Okay. Dear Pooja, dear Ai, dear mummy, dear dadi, to whomever you are addressing. Then the next is in main body part, reason for writing. We have seen three paragraphs. First point with detail, second point with detail, and third point with detail. Okay, so that will be the second para of the main body. Then next part will be closing sentence. For example, I look forward to seeing you, etc. And then the signing off, all the best, see you soon, etc. And at the end of that, you have to write your own name. So this is how with different examples I have showed you the setup of informal letter. See, we will begin to see in detail how to write it. Just now we have seen the setup. We'll begin with the first thing, that is address. The first thing to write is your address. If you are writing your address or the address of the writer, we usually write the address on the left hand side of the page at the very top. Okay, that is the current style. Then the address should be accurate and complete. Though you are writing letter to your parents, your relatives or your friends, it is must to write your address. Why? Even when writing to close friends or relatives, the address must be written so they can reply back to the letter with ease. They do not have to find out for your address. If the recipient of the letter is in another country, do not forget to write your country as well as in the address. Okay? You have to write your address if you are writing letter to the person who is in not our country. So here you have to mention the name of your country too. So that's what with the address. So next part is date, which will follow the address. So next, just below the address, we write the date. Why are we writing the date? This allows the reader to have a reference as to when the letter was written. Then he or she can then relate better to the contents of the letter. See, if you are writing a letter, now it has become bit old fashioned nowadays, because nowadays we are using mail to send the letters, but still some people who are unable to send their letters through the mail, they are using the post mail or mailbox for sending the letter. So it takes some days to go to another town or another state or another country. So the reader will relate better to the contents of the letter when it was written, if they'll come to know about it. Then the next part is salutation or greeting. Here greeting means to greet someone. Good morning, good afternoon. It is known as greeting. So how here we have to salute or greet to the person. See, start with dear. This is the informal touch to the informal letter when you begin the letter with dear, and it will followed by the first name of the person. We have seen one example, dear Pooja. Okay, so that was the first name of the person to whom you are writing the letter. Then in emails you can also start with hi and the person's name. For example, hi Pooja. In this way you can start the emails. Informal letters sometimes have a comma after the person's name and the letter starts on the line below. That is also one style of writing the informal letter. After Pooja you can put a comma and you can start writing letter to the next line, on the next line, the line that is below the salutation. Okay, we have seen how to write address, then date, then salutation. Now the next part. Now the next part is of greeting. Since you know the person you are writing to, the greeting can be informal as well. Now it is very obvious that to informal letter, as we have seen, we are writing to the parents, to the relatives, to the friends. So we better know that person. We are very friendly or casual relationship with that person. So our greetings also will be the informal. If it is a friend or someone close to your age, if it is of your age, you can greet them by their first name. For example, dear Aditya. If you are writing to your brother, your friend, your cousin, then you can directly start with their name, dear Aditya. If you are writing to your relatives, like your mother, father, your aunts, your uncles, etc., you may greet them as such. Now here I'm showing you some different greetings for the elder people. Dear mom, dear dad, dear Meena auntie. In this way you can start. Okay. Here also you can put dear with the person's name or to whom we are writing the letter. And if you are writing to an elder person, someone you respect greatly, you can address them as Mr. or Mrs. Like if you are writing a letter to your teacher, then it is a style in English that you can mention your teacher's name with writing Mr. Patil or Mrs. Sawant. Okay, for example, if you were writing a congratulatory letter to your teacher, then it can be addressed as Dear Mrs. Patil. Okay, so this is the way you can address any elderly person in English. It is not wrong to call them or to greet them with dear. Okay, we have seen how to write the address, date, salutation, greeting, then the next part. The next part of the letter is introduction paragraph. Now here actual letter we begin with. Okay, we have seen previously there are three paragraphs. So this is the first paragraph. It is known as introduction or introductory paragraph. The introductory paragraph sets the tone for the whole letter. You might begin by asking the recipient about their well-being. Hi Pooja auntie, how are you? I hope you are doing well. In this way you can start writing the introduction paragraph. Or you may say that you hope the letter finds them in good health and great spirits. The opening of informal letters should be casual and comforting. It must not be formal and direct as in business letter. So this is the main difference between the formal and informal letter, that the opening should be casual. You should remember this point very well. So your introduction paragraph should be very catchy. Okay. Then body of the letter. Why we are writing this letter? The content part will come in this paragraph. The letter overall should maintain a friendly tone. but you have to adjust the language and the wordings according to who you are writing to. If you are writing to a friend, or whenever you are writing to a friend, you can afford to be very casual, okay, and flippant even. Flippant, naughty language. You can use their naughty language. But if you are writing to an elder relative, you must be extremely respectful and considerate. Though you are writing informal letters, but the persons are different. If you are writing a friend, your language will be very casual and flippant. But at the same time, if you are writing to your elder uncle, your grandfather, then your language should be different than that. It should be respectful and considerate. One way to determine the tonality of your letter is to remember how you talk to the person in conversation and then apply the same syntax and sentiments to the letter. What is the meaning of this? As if you are talking to that person, they should feel from your letter that as if they are talking to you. If you are asking about their health, hi grandfather, how are you? I hope you are putting well. So in this way, they should feel as if their grandson or their granddaughter is asking them with proper consideration. Okay. So as if your tone should be in that tonality, your tone should be in this way that they should feel that you are talking to them. And then apply the same syntax and sentiments to the later. Then same syntax and sentiments means apply the same type or style to the later, and your sentiment should show them, your feeling should be reflected through your later. The next part, conclusion, the end part of our letter. In the conclusive paragraph, sum up the reason for writing the letter. That is, summarize the letter. Now you have started with address, followed with date, then salutation, then greeting, then introductory paragraph, then main body, and now you are going to the conclusion part. Here you have to sum up the reason for writing the letter. Here you have to end up with writing the letter. That means you have to summarize it. How you will summarize it? Say a meaningful and affectionate goodbye to the reader. Then, and do not forget to invite the reader to write back or reply to your letter. It shows an intention to keep the conversation going. While doing the writing the conclusion para, you should say that I am awaiting for your letter, I am awaiting for your reply, write me soon, see you soon. In this way, you should show that you are intentionally keeping the conversation going, or you are really loving them, you are caring for them. Okay. So in this way, your personal touch should be filled within your letter. Comes the signature part. There is no one way to sign off informal letters. Since they do not follow a strict format, you may sign off as you please. As I told you earlier, there is no specific way of signing the letter. Okay. Some commonly used phrases are, here I am showing you. You can sum up your letter with this using this phrase, lots of love from your grandchild, from your grandson, from your Amir, then best wishes, kind regards, kindly, and so on. Pick the one that best suits the occasion and then simply sign your name below the greeting. Just write your name. So that is the signature or the last part of your letter. Once again we will see. In the beginning we have seen the format, address, date, salutation, main body, and the concluding part with your name or writer's name. So we will read one letter written in with this format. First of all, sender's address is there on the top of the letter at the left hand side with the state and the country, then follows with the date, then salutation, dear moms, means you can see that girl Neha is writing to her mom. Then the main body of the letter containing three parts. Dear mom, you will be pleased to know that I am coming home for the weekend. I am very excited to meet you all after so long. I feel elated to share that the project I had been working on has been selected by America's Library Council. It was a very challenging task for me, but I am glad that my hard work has paid off. Leaving aside my chores, I have also started taking care of my diet as you suggested. Okay, so that was the main body of the sentence letter. Then the next, how is everyone at home? I hope Ritu's dance classes are running well. Update me about everything soon and please do not forget to visit the doctor for your routine checkup. So here you can see the personal touch. Very casual and loving language. It shows that how much she cares for her mother. Convey my regards to Papa and love to dear Ritu. That is the concluding remarks. Yours lovingly, complimentary close, and then her name, that is signature line. She has written her name Neha. Okay, so in this way we can write the informal letter. We have seen different format of writing the informal letter with various examples. We have seen all these aspects of writing informal letter in detail, and now one more example of this letter, how to write the informal letter. So here one more letter. Sector 17 Vashi, New Bombay, and followed with it the date, then salutation, dear Maya, then the first introductory paragraph. Thank you very much for your last letter. It was great to hear from you after so many months. You seem to be having a nice time in France. Thanks also for the photographs. I absolutely love that snap of yours standing in front of the Eiffel Tower. France looks stunning. Someday I would definitely like to go there. There is not much happening here. I'm busy with my work and kids. Then the concluding para. By the way, are you coming home anytime soon? If you are, let me know the dates and we can arrange to meet up. See how the personal touch. Hope to see you soon, Aditi. So these are some examples of the informal letter. Children, you watch this video, you learn in detail the different type or types of the informal letter, and then you can practice. You can choose any informal topic for writing the letter and practice writing letter in this format. That's all for today. So you will revise what